On the Indian side, we have Mahesh Jethmalani and Maruf Raza from Mumbai and Delhi respectively. And from Islamabad, General Rashid Qureshi and Ahmad Raza Kasuri of the Pakistan Supreme Court. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Now, this man, Hamid Gul, who is a former ISI chief, General Qureshi, has been Abdul Karim Tunda's handler on behalf of the ISI. Now, how desperate your country must be that former ISI chiefs are personally handling one of the most wanted terrorists in our country.
I'm surprised, frankly, and if you can give me time to explain these things to you, how ridiculous your allegations sound when you start talking about an ex-ISI chief.
Yes.
Who is handling people?
Yes.
Isn't it ridiculous?
No, it's not.
Do you have an ex-RAW chief handling terrorists from India and sending them into Balochistan? No.
Right.
I'm sure the current RAW must be doing that.
Tell me.
How can an ex-RAW chief?
No, because it has
ex-RAW chief
because your country. Because your don't compare the ISI and the RAW. The ISI is a rogue organization.
Oh, okay.
Because the ISI.
Oh, fantastic. We think RAW is a rogue organization.
Let me tell you. Let me 1 second.
And frankly.
No, I'm not saying this. 1 second.
And frankly.
I think Benazir Bhutto in 2007. 1 minute. Now let's go down to facts, sir. Because today I will only put facts before you. You see, I'll tell you why ISI is a rogue organization. Because in 2007, Benazir Bhutto wrote a letter to Musharraf, right? And she says there are 3 people who are a threat to my security. One of the people is the same man, Hamid Gul, by the way. You remember that? After the after the Mumbai terror attacks, after the Mumbai terror attacks of 2008, the American government wrote to the United Nations, place a list of international terrorists, separately. Hamid Gul was on that list, by the way. And in case you don't know, now I'll give you the third proof, Rashid Qureshi, why your ISI is a rogue organization.
No.
Because in 2006, you're not going to like it as a former Pakistan army man, but I'm going to say it anyway. Because in 2006, Parvez Musharraf, last point, 10 more seconds, Parvez Musharraf, under whom you served as military spokesperson, said some ex-ISI members are helping the Taliban. He specifically mentioned those who were at the forefront of the agency from 79 to 89, the period when ISI was aiding the Mujahideen to fight Soviet forces in Afghanistan. That is the Hamid Gul period. So that answers. Are you satisfied now why I said the ISI is a rogue organization? General Qureshi.
No, I think what you're doing is making up your mind and conveying to people in India that whatever you think is the correct thing. Now let me tell you, Hamid Gul was the ISI chief from 87 to 89. And you say that this, whatever Tunda you're calling him, was introduced to Hamid Gul in 1995.
Yes.
Hamid Gul wasn't even in the army then.
Yeah, that's exactly the point.
That's
exactly the point. He's active after his retirement.
What's the point?
Well, that's the point. I'll get Maruf in. That's the point. That he's active after his retirement. Didn't you read WikiLeaks? Did you not read WikiLeaks? What did the WikiLeaks say? WikiLeaks said that in mid-2006, Hamid Gul met with senior members of the Taliban leadership in Newshour, Pakistan, during which he had dispatched 3 insurgents to Kabul to carry out attacks with IEDs during the celebration of Eid. You didn't read WikiLeaks? I read WikiLeaks.
What you need to do is sit back coolly and think whether an ex-army officer and an ex-ISI chief,
so the ISI,
after he is retired and has been retired for 8 years, can be handling people?
Well, then
it's such a ridiculous thought.
Well, then Parvez Musharraf was ridiculous, wasn't he? That means Parvez Musharraf was ridiculous because Parvez Musharraf said that. Why didn't you say Parvez Musharraf what he says is ridiculous? Parvez Musharraf said.
General Qureshi.
No.
What Maruf is responding.
What did he say?
Parvez Musharraf said, you refuse to listen to me, Maruf is responding. Parvez Musharraf said that all ex-ISI members are helping the Taliban. And these remarks were considered to include Gul. And Gul himself felt the need to respond to Musharraf's statement and deny he was helping the Taliban. Maruf Raza, why are you surprised, sir? Today you are...
Put words into people's mouths.
Let's get Maruf.
And then you say that they said this.
Maruf, no, this is...
never said this.
Sir, Hamid Gul responded to Musharraf. You check your facts. Hamid Gul responded to Musharraf. Maruf is responding.
General Qureshi, couple of points.
Yes,
firstly, you as an ex-army officer are also, and you cannot deny it, are also in touch with people in positions of power right now who may have been your colleagues or your juniors or people who you would have interacted with at some stage in service. To say that the day General Hamid Gul retired, and he says he retired in 92, and to say the day he retired he hung his uniform and absolutely wore white kurta pajama and became a saint in the making, is asking for us to believe too much. Hamid Gul, in an earlier interview with me today itself, has said that yes, he continued to have links with senior officers in the military, he continued to interact. He has also claimed that even now he has very, very close relations with Hafiz Saeed, who, if you don't want to believe the Indian version, at least you may believe your former mentor's version, and that is the United States. United States has put a price of $10 million on Hafiz Saeed's head. So if General Gul is having interaction with somebody who is an established terrorist, you can't expect us to believe that he doesn't interact with others. Now the pointed issue is that we also know, and I'm not saying it, a whole lot of international experts, people who've researched, and even the Rand Corporation report in the aftermath of 26/11 has said very clearly that the ISI works through several established proxies to achieve Pakistan's agenda. Now you may try and say that Pakistan's agenda is to provide moral support to the Kashmiri cause, but moral support apart, your interpretation of moral support can very easily be understood with factual data of what support you are providing, which includes military support.
And this question goes to Mr. Kasuri next before I go to Mr. Jetwalani.
What you need to come clean on is Pakistan's ongoing relationship with embarrassments like Hafiz Saeed, with Tunda and various others. The issue is that if you really want good relations with India, when are you going to abandon these strategic assets? So General Kayani has been on record to refer to
I think after...
Now, Tunda may be a pawn in the game, but he is letting out all the information.
No, but the biggest information which has come out, Mr. Kasuri, Mr. Mehmet Raza... Mr. Kasuri, I want you to respond to that. Then I'll get Mr. Jetwalani in. You're a lawyer in Islamabad. Mr. Jetwalani is a very respected lawyer in Mumbai. The question to you is that why are you getting so sensitive about Hamid Gul? I mean, Hamid Gul is a terror supporter, is a known fact. He has said to our channel in July, he says, Osama is a friend of Pakistan. Pakistan likes Osama. He says the Pakistani nation can rejoice at the fact that for 9 years he was with us and we protected him. Our guests must be protected and honored. This is Hamid Gul on record. Mr. Kasuri, what more do you want? Why don't you just admit it today?
I don't know where.
These are his words to us.
You need... Would you stop and listen to other people? I think you love your voice.
No, why don't you answer the question I put to you?
You can have a solo flight program. You see, why invite us when you have to speak?
Please answer the question. I need to ask you the question.
Then please hold yourself, you see. Now let me see, the position is that you always look for some character to throw muck on Pakistan.
Really?
Sometimes you pick up Ajmal Kasab, sometimes you see Abdul Karim Tunda, sometimes Dawood Ibrahim, sometimes Afzal Guru. I mean, you are all the time looking for Pakistan bashing. Now, please stop it. See, enough is enough. If this is what have been taught to you by Chanakya, that if you have a disturbed condition within your country, show them some mythical element outside so that it will introduce a galvanizing and cementing politics. So you are constantly and scrupulously following the philosophy of Chanakya, and you know it that Pakistan is a very peaceful neighbor, and yet you keep throwing muck. For God's sake, stop it.
I repeat. By the way, sir, Ahmed Raza Kasuri ji, you seem to be obsessed with Chanakya. I have not had the opportunity of getting any instructions from Chanakya, but I don't think you need any instructions to ask a very basic question. Why did Hamid Gul say that we love Osama? We like Osama and we should rejoice for the fact that we protected him for 9 years. Why don't you answer that?
Are we here to discuss?
Why did he say that?
See, the position is that General Qureshi has already told you that once you retire from a uniform service, you have no linkage with it. I mean, he is very right that if we start throwing muck on your retired raw chief, that he is involved in Balochistan situation,
sir, can you name,
and you are sending, if you are talking about Tunda, you are sending a lot of langadas in Balochistan who are creating all kind of
sir, Tunda is today
situation, situation.
Sir, today Tunda is a human dossier. The problem for Pakistan is
there's
Tunda
a Tunda and there's a Langa.
That's all right. I don't want to get into name calling.
You are sending Langas in Balochistan.
Sir, you can say what you want. You've got a problem in Balochistan. My sympathies are with you. The way you treat the Baluchis better, you will have a better situation. That's not the question.
To us. Last time I told you that please hand over Colonel Pro to us,
sir, the question is why...
who killed dozens of innocent Pakistanis.